Would you pass my expectations test? Watch and find out. Welcome to radforlife.com, home of the RAD SEL lessons and the Establish, Encourage, Respond framework. Quick recap. Establish, Encourage, Respond, or EER, is a simple, evidence-informed approach to classroom management. In the last video, we focused on establishing expectations, what they are and why they matter. In this video, we're focusing on how to actually teach them. When I was consulting in classrooms, I used to play a bit of a game. I'd walk in and ask myself, can I figure out the expectations of this class without asking anyone directly? Sometimes I could, but often I could not. And sometimes I would ask students, and often they couldn't tell me either. That was important information because I was usually there to support a student with challenging behavior. And if the students who were doing well couldn't clearly explain the expectations, then the student who was struggling likely didn't know them either. So here's the test. If a guest walked into your classroom, would they be able to figure out the expectations without having to ask? If you want to pass this test, and most teachers like passing tests, then do this. The first step is to create your expectations. You might do this on your own, or you might involve your students. Either way, make sure your expectations follow these core ideas, being respectful, responsible, and safe. Once you have them, the next step is to make them concrete. What do these expectations actually look like in the classroom, in the hallway, on the playground? Because expectations don't exist in isolation, they show up differently depending on the situation. Being respectful in a classroom might look like listening while someone else is speaking. In the hallway, it might look like giving others space and keeping noise at an appropriate level. On the playground, it might look like including others or resolving conflict fairly. This step matters because it gives students multiple examples of what the same expectation looks like in different contexts. And that's what helps them generalize. So when they find themselves in a new situation, one you haven't explicitly taught, they're more likely to apply the expectation appropriately. Instead of guessing, they have a reference point. This is where you're helping students not just follow rules, but actually understand them. You're building their ability to problem solve and to internalize what those expectations mean across settings. For younger students, this often means modeling. You might demonstrate it yourself. You might have a student model it. You might even use a short video, and sometimes you'll need to have students practice it. For older students, this can look a bit different. A discussion, examples, or more abstract modeling is often enough. But the goal is the same, making expectations clear and understood. Once expectations are taught, post them, make them visible, because you're going to come back to them again and again. You'll use this language when you encourage behavior, and you'll use it when you respond to behavior. Later on, we'll get into how to encourage these behaviors through the way you set up your environment, through what you say, and through strategies like praise and reinforcement. But for now, the focus is simple. Make sure your expectations are clear, visible, and understood. And this isn't just for students, it's for you too. A strong classroom community depends on shared, understood norms. So try this out. Create your expectations. Make sure they follow the big three: respectful, responsible, safe. Would your classroom pass the test now? Coming up, we're going to stay within the established framework, but shift focus to something just as important: establishing relationships. I've yet to meet a teacher who isn't interested in strengthening relationships with their students. We'll look at simple, effective practices you can use to do just that. If this is helpful, follow along and you can find more at radforlife.com.